G'day everyone, happy Sunday. George and I have spent today just doing a little bit of exploring around the station, showing George a bit of the history and some of the other cool things that are around.
Yep.
Just taking it nice and easy.
Yep.
So we're going to be putting that together as a video in whole and in the future with some of George's pro drone flying.
Well, I don't know about that. Jack was driving, so it's quite difficult. But yeah, pro footage, yeah.
Yeah, pro
It
footage.
depends how he edits it. You know, if he edits it right, then we'll see.
Yeah, so he reserves the right to
Right,
palm off the quality issues.
Yeah, it's never my fault, Jack.
Yeah. So part of the drone footage that we're gonna put into our actual episode is finding this old well here. So we've got an abandoned well just behind us, and we don't know quite much of the history of it, but we first found it a few years ago when flying, and then it was 2018 before I physically came out and got down here. And so today George and I have been looking at some of the old stuff that dates back before Prenti Downs was Prenti Downs, and some of it goes even further. So some pretty exciting stuff. But what we've got over here is a well which it appears that they had dug quite a way down, looking at the spoil that we have here. And it's not a rock that's to be tried to the point where you've still got the cable from where they had their pulley system over the top, and you've still got dirt in the bucket. So many questions, George, about
Well,
why.
yeah, I was just asking you, like, why is it here? Like, is this a camping place, or would this maybe where the I don't know.
I have genuinely no idea, but behind us here is Windita Creek.
Yep.
And a little bit further downstream towards Lake Carnegie, there's an area where there's a bit of a levee, a natural levee, so it holds up quite a bit of fresh water for a while. So yeah, they potentially were trying to find water here to be able to establish a water point along the creek. So when mustering back to those ancient old yards that we looked at this morning, they had somewhere to hold up the cattle. Now, the old yards that we've got, which are called Gunnin', they've actually got a poem and a bit of history about it. We've been trying to work out, we've been discussing dynamically who should read the poem.
Well, yeah, there's a poem, and Jack said he's going to read.
And George should read it, so let us know.
I'm not reading a poem. I mean, like, the people will talk.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's
They'll
George.
be on my side.
Yeah.
Or Anthony, or Jasmine. So add those names into it.
Into the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so the poem is about the ghost of Gunnin', and that's about the grave site that's next to the yards there that George and I had a look at today, which will all be in the video that will be coming out soonish. To show you guys a little bit of what we got up to today and looked at in terms of the history. We've got another little bit of stuff that we're looking for, but George said he wants to
Well, before Jack says what he says, Jack said he'll kindly get in the hole for you and show how deep it is for you. So I'll hold the camera where Jack climbs in, because I'm scared of the spiders and I don't want to get bitten by anything. And I don't want to get a lot of stuff from you, so I like you to have off.
or just kick some of this dirt in on top of you.
How about you hop in the hole?
Right, and now we're trying to still establish a few things about our live stream quality and everything. So I'm going to give George my phone.
Yep.
And he can read the live comments if anyone's keen. And
Hello.
hello. Here you go. You've got the pack.
Right, climb in the hole, Jack.
Do I trust you?
Yes.
Right, so
Everyone trusts me.
for exploring most of these things around and about, I've got a ladder which I would attach to the ute.
Yep.
So we can bail it down there. But I have been down this hole before,
Oh, right.
so I know that it's
Just
sound.
real quick, before you're looking down at the hole,
Yeah.
Somebody said, has it got water in it?
Oh, that's a good question. No.
No, it's completely dry.
So we've got a few theories about why this was half dug, and it could be that it was during a really dry period and they were just desperate for water, so they were going and going and going. And look at the size of these rocks. That's, you're pulling some serious stuff. So you're smashing through, chiseling through it. There's a well dug into pure, just about marble, which was on another lead in to the lake itself. So one thought was that, yep, they dug it, didn't get water, but they got rain, so the stress sort of stopped.
Okay, yeah.
And the other one is, and we can see down there, and looking at some of the land type we have around here, it's kind of conducive to it being salty, despite it being a freshwater creek behind us.
Yeah.
So you can see a bit of salt scald down there. But no, there's no water, but also the spoil indicates that this hole was a lot deeper than it is now.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask, you know, is that actually deep enough to get to the water level or not?
So at the homestead,
yep,
this would be deep enough for water.
Oh, right.
So the water level down at...
So how deep is that? 4 meters?
Yeah, about
3
4
meters? Yeah.
Yeah. We got the tape measure. Do you reckon we should actually measure it? I've got it. Well, we don't have the dip.
I would say like 4 meters deep, but I'm guessing it would have been a lot deeper at one point.
What we don't have is our 4-level dip, which is, you know, got an electrode, like a battery in it, so that you can drop it down and it'll tell you when you get your water. So then you can also bring up samples and test the water quality. So this is just on the wall. Wow, George.
Go on.
2.3.
2.3? Yeah. Oh.
It looks like we were very wrong.
I was pretty close with 4 though. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.4 was it you said?
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so we'll get Jack to jump in the hole and we'll see how things are.
Hopefully not jump.
Come on.
I might hurt my knees.
Hop in the hole, Jack.
Climb gently. Now, George.
Yes.
It sounds awfully hollow down here.
Oh my god, that is so cool. Is there a lid?
Do we have the shovel? Oh no, we took it off for cleaning troughs.
Oh, we've got hands. Because if there's a lid, I'm really interested now. Not that I wasn't before. I was definitely interested. This is when you fall through and then we get like an Indiana Jones
moment.
Yeah.
Well,
that is one. Just hit it again. It does sound hollow.
It's very interesting. I wonder if the little carving I put in here a few years ago. Where did it put? I actually, the material that's down the bottom here, is just like silt and stuff. So it's just been washed in, so with heavy rains and stuff. So it could be interesting to dig it out at some stage.
If you just like dig down with your hands, do you get to a board, or is it just?
Well, how many years has it been here, George?
I know, but that sound to me sounds like it's not far off the top.
Well, I'm getting down to like muddy stuff. We've got silt and everything. Wow, that sounds really hollow down here. It's very easy digging. Someone else has done hard work, but
yeah, I reckon it's almost, like you said, just silt that's
fallen in. I'm about a foot down now.
And it's still easy to knock it like at the bottom?
Well, I'm not at the bottom yet.
Oh, like knock at the bottom of your hole. Like, what's it sound like?
It's gonna sound weird, but it sounds like wet sand. Yeah. So you know when it's like super saturated.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
So
Like because it's all not very compacted.
Yeah, and like it's got all the water. You know, we've had 200 mils of rain this year, so